You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hey everybody, Walrus here from Walrus Street, bringing you the first day of SPAC week. This is the week where I take a look at the 5 SPACs that I'm holding and tell you why I'm holding them. These videos are going to be much shorter than my DD videos that I typically do. What I am going to do is give you guys a link below each of the videos to the investor presentations for each of these companies. The investor presentations include information on the SPAC merger itself if you're curious about those details. Over the last couple weeks, the SPAC market has taken a huge hit as people have been pulling their investments out of the SPAC market. And you can find most SPACs really close to NAV, which is net asset value. Not all, but most SPACs that are filed have a net asset value of $10 per share. So you can get some companies right now that have already signed their definitive agreements close to $10 a share. This is very attractive because you know exactly what you're going to be investing in. Previous to the last couple weeks, SPACs that had already signed DAs would already be up 20 to 40% in value. Now you can get them 20% or less close to NAV. Let's get started with my first one. The SPAC merger between Tuscan Holdings and Microvast, which is an EV battery manufacturer. Here's the Form 8K from SEC.gov. This is their definitive agreement filing, and you can see that it is trading with warrants under THCBW, or you can get the common shares at THCB. Now, I'm not incredibly risky. I just hold common shares. I am sitting on 100 shares of commons of this, but no warrants. This was filed on February 21st. Just at the end of last week, on March 25th, there was a new filing for a potential extension for the merger lasting all the way until July 31st. This has to go through a vote, and the vote is to move it from April 30 to July 31st. This merger could be delayed all the way until July 31st. We don't know. Right now, it's trading at $12.48. So this one is the priciest of the SPACs that I'm going to be talking about. This one's trading 24% above net asset value. It actually did just have a pretty big run up on the green day on Friday. Before that, it was close to $12. I think it even dipped into the high 11s this week. If you look through the news, you could see they're expanding into the French e-bus market. They make batteries for all types of vehicles. We've got these investigations. This is normal for a SPAC merger. It's not necessarily bad at all. Microvast enters electrification joint agreement with Oshkosh. If you remember, Oshkosh is the company that got the US Postal Service contract for the revamp of the USPS fleet. We don't know if that fleet is going to be full EV or partially EV, but this is a pretty good indication that if they do have any EV vehicles there, it's going to be batteries provided by Microvast. This is their website, and the first thing you're going to notice is that ain't English. That's correct. This is a Chinese company that's actually based in America. Their manufacturing plant, which is where the company started, is in China. They moved the headquarters to Houston, Texas. So they still have the manufacturing plant in China. Business headquarters are in Houston, and they have another European headquarters in Germany also. So this is a multinational global corporation. They're going to be opening a new facility in Tennessee in the United States and an R&D center in Orlando, Florida. Here's their investor presentation. Like I said, I will share a link of this below the video. The company has really attractive valuation right now, especially after the merger. The Tuscan cash and trust from the merger is going to be $282 million, fully committed common stock pipe of $540 million. So the expected gross cash proceeds to the company is $800 million. And they're going to be using those proceeds for a manufacturing facility build out in the United States and Europe, fulfillment of customer demand, and debt repayments. They're going to pay down their debt with this. This is like a weird SPAC because Tuscan Holdings was originally looking to partner with a marijuana company, and then they kind of did a 180 and decided to go with an EV. So the sponsor, Stephen Vogel, himself isn't really that impressive, but the co-sponsor, Interprivate, is. This group invested in Ava, Sumo Logic, Airbnb, Uber, and Slack. So they definitely do have some keen investment insight here. They have partnerships with industry leaders with over 1.5 billion contracted right now through 2027. Their batteries are high performance and high mobility. Here's the company at a glance. They've got over 28,000 battery systems in operation. Their 2020 revenue was 100 million. 2025 expected 2.3 billion. This is with higher higher adoption of EVs. They already have 1.5 billion contracted through 2027. They've got 3.8 billion plus miles operational distance covered with no major safety instances. For comparison, Lordstown Motors Ride has about 20,000 miles of testing. That was a completely unnecessary shot at Ride. I don't know why I put that in there. I'm sorry. 19 countries with products in operation, 1,800 employees, 550 plus patents and patent applications. This is an established company. Now, when I mentioned the global aspect of it, they're starting battery production in Clarksville, Tennessee in 2022, so the American production plant. 2021, this year, they're beginning battery production in Berlin, Germany. They've got headquarters in Frankfurt, Germany, service facility in London. Their main manufacturing plant in Huzhou, China, their headquarters in Houston, Texas. Here you could see the vehicles that they sell batteries for: trucks, light vans, buses, trains, port trucks, mining specialty vehicles, passenger cars, taxis, energy storage for data centers, so backup batteries, and battery components for consumer electronics. They do everything. This is the large addressable market that they're talking about, and it's really tough to value this market because it covers so many different things. But here they're talking about a CAGR of 55% until 2025, 25% from 2025 to 30, 9% from 2030 to 2040. No matter how you break it down, huge growth potential here in the EV market. Their technology, their batteries are reputed to be the best in the business. From one charge on a Microvast battery, you can get 370 miles. Leading passenger vehicle batteries are 300 miles. So right here in the middle, 20% greater charging, 3 times faster charging, 3 times lifespan, 4 times lifetime management. So their batteries are better in almost every way. Of course, this is by their own investor presentation. You could do your research, find differences, but this is still a really solid product. They are vertically integrated from R&D to manufacturing to sales. So they can handle faster product development, greater customization for client needs, tighter cost control, resulting in higher margins. These are some of their global partners. Now, I want to kind of compare their valuation to some of the competitors here. Right now, they're already pulling in higher revenue than QuantumScape, which has an absurd valuation, a higher value than Romeo, which is another EV battery company that went public at the end of last year. They talk about their attractive valuation as multiples of their future revenue, future earnings. They are actually incredibly attractively valued, especially when you compare them to Plug, Tesla, NIO, Ballard, that sort of thing. So this is a very fairly valued company. This is a really cool graphic from Torniki Lagidze. I know I didn't say that right, but you can follow him on Twitter. He tweets about SPACs and puts together all of these graphics for comparisons. Now, this is the last one that he put together on EVs, so this is as of February 22nd. So don't pay attention to the prices, they've changed. But you can see Microvast right here. All-time high after the DA was signed, it ran all the way up to $25 a share. Merger expected Q2 2021, even if it's pushed off to the end of July, so it's slightly past that. Revenue projections. Right now, if we zoom in on this, we can see their revenue is higher than everybody else currently on this list for 2021. The other companies on the list are Enovix, Freyr, QuantumScape, and Romeo Power. QuantumScape is trading at a ridiculous valuation right now, $64.76 a share, market cap of $23.5 billion, and QuantumScape doesn't have revenue. They don't have revenue. They're not making money. This is a company that's investigating possibilities of solid-state batteries, QuantumScape. So not really sure why that one's so highly valued. This is actually the company on this list for these EV SPACs with the highest revenue and the second highest valuation. The THCB Microvast merger is one that I'm most excited about. If I was going to take my SPAC week comparison here, and crikey, I'm going to compare it to a shark, this would be my great white. This is the big one. This is the one that I'm most excited about. I'm really excited about the THCB merger with Microvast. I think it's going to be a killer growth opportunity for me in the future. I'm going to be holding on to my 100 commons for a really long time with no intention to sell these until maybe 2030. The EV market is just getting started. All right, guys, that's it for my first SPAC wrap. We've got our great white out of the way. I wanted to release this one first because I think it has the chance to be the one that most quickly recovers off of this downturn if the market does turn this week. As always, if you're new to investing, you want to support my channel, please check out my Webull referral link below the video. If you sign up for an account, deposit $100, you get a free stock, I get a free stock. Everybody wins because I'm partnered partnered with them, the stock that I'll be getting is worth $30 or higher. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, want to be alerted to all the content as soon as I go live, hit that notification bell. Thanks a lot. See you guys later.